It wasn't like I'm gonna meet my girl. It wasn't like that. It was more like I'm gonna meet my girlfriend.
Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News.
Danny Kim.
David Kim.
Today we have lots and lots of hot ass tea. First off, we have a member of Daya, Somyi, showing some emotional breakdown on her Instagram live.
And second, BTS's V reveals the reason why BTS flies in private jets, and it gets a little bit emotional too.
And third, we have another emotional story. Rookie boy group CIX gets caught in a V-Live controversy.
And last but not least, G-Dragon and Taeyang might lose their names to YG.
What? First news. Somyi, the maknae of girl group Daya, had a breakdown on an Instagram live recently that had many fans worrying. She went live on Instagram on December 14th, and it was very obvious that she was not in a good place. She was lying on the bed with a voice that sounded like she had just finished crying. And she started saying things like,
잘 지냈어요? 이거 회사 몰래 키는 거야. 너무 보고 싶어. 나 안 아파요. 에이드한테 좋은 모습만 보여주고 싶었는데 제가 이렇게 됐네요. 마음이 답답해요.
you can obviously see she's not in a good place right now. According to this tweet, she was apparently banned from all her social media activities as she had been in some kind of controversy after her rumors of her clubbing and being in a relationship. She's definitely having some turbulent times since then. Looks like she will be taking a break from Daya activities as she was not seen on the recent activities on the 14th. I just hope her well because she's, if you look at the live, this is a
good state.
Red flag all over the place. So
she's not talking properly. In next news, BTS's V says he's scared. During a V Live on the 15th, V shared a thought about them flying in private jets. Wow, them living that life, you know, like with gold chains and stuff. He also revealed the reason behind it, why they need to fly in private jets.
이건 제가 대표해서 얘기해야 되겠지만 저희만 이렇게 비행기 이렇게 타는 걸 타잖아요. 전 세계 비행기를 저희가 타는데 사실은 우리도 비행기를 타고 싶지만 이제 장거리 비행이나 단거리 비행을 할 때 이제 저희가 타는 거를 이제 아시고 저희 앞자리나 옆자리에 이렇게 앉으시는 분들이 계신데 아무래도 저희가 그런 사적인 공간에서는 마음 놓고 편히 못 쉬어서 약간 많이 불편했었어요. 솔직하게는 안 그래 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 무섭죠. 무섭습니다. 정말로.
He clearly stated that the reason was due to fans, probably sasaengs, what he's referring to, who booked the seats right in front or next to them, even in the first class seats. Even when they're supposed to be resting and having some private time, enjoying their, like, you know, lying back down and, during the flight, they really can't. And they have to stay uncomfortable because, like, people are watching you. Like, you can't fart or, like, pick your nose. You know, I do that all the time on planes. That's the pleasure of having a flight, but you can't do that as an idol because, like, these sasaengs
they'll
like,
collect the fart.
They'll collect the fart, you know, and like pick up the nose, you know,
and then they'll taste it,
boogies and stuff. So yeah, it's very hard to be an idol. And imagine going to the bathroom. Wow.
I bet fat sasaengs would go right after. And then, like, lick the toilet bowl.
And, like, the female idols, I don't even want to go into that. Wow. So, in my opinion, V stated very timidly. He was very, like, careful about it. He made a lot of stops when he was speaking, but he honestly said that he felt scared of this behavior.
I would be too. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. He was like stalling for a bit, and then he just said it out there that he was scared. And then he said 진짜로. I think there is a significance to the fact that V clearly clarified the reasons behind them taking private jets and his candid feelings behind it. I got some tea from a friend that knows this Haseng. This Haseng is up the ladder and stuff. And what I heard, this is all allegations. I think I've said it before, but the top tier's Haseng's father is like an official of the airport and stuff.
I don't believe that story.
And she has the private key to all like the flight info and stuff like that.
Doesn't make sense
So she can check all of that flight info, and she just she sells that down to the Haseng group chats and stuff, and then like, you know, bidding goes on and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's how I
guess.
Yeah,
allegedly
how it works.
David's friend.
Do you think airlines should be or are able to prohibit Haseng behavior inside flights, like filming?
Oh, yeah. I think they should be, because
by which law though?
It doesn't have to be a law. I mean, a private company doesn't have to be
Right.
servicing every single person. They can choose who to service. A lot of this Haseng behavior is definitely intruding other customers' privacy
Right.
and comfort.
Right.
So I think it's a very valid reason for them to be kicked off flights and even banned from flights. Just like how, like, you know, drunk people, like if you're like drunk and then, like, you know, you're being loud or obnoxious or something on a plane, you'll get kicked out.
Yeah.
They won't let you in.
Yeah.
So I think it's very reasonable that Sasengs, they get blacklisted too. And they should be blacklisted.
But don't you think there will be a lot of backlash from the public or media?
Why? Why would there be?
Because
no one likes Sasengs.
I know, but there could be an angle of like, oh, because of these idols, who are they to not let these average people?
They're not average. Sasengs are not average people.
But you can't define as Haseng or not. There's not a strict line about it, strict standard.
Say you met a celebrity on a flight.
Yeah.
I think where the line's drawn is, you can like take a selfie maybe. Like,
Right.
oh, hey, I like your music. Let's take a selfie. It's a great honor to meet you. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But then following them on like multiple flights
Right.
with their huge ass camera,
Right.
just filming them and
Right.
like licking the toilet bowl like that. Haseng behavior is pretty easy to spot. Next news. Speaking of V-Lives, we have another V-Live incident. That's a little bit funny, honestly. Another V-Live has gotten an idol in a tricky situation. CIX's Jinyoung had a little incident on V-Live on the 14th. On the live, BX and Hyunsuk of CIX asked Jinyoung where he was going.
어디가?
Apparently they were going somewhere. And Jinyoung answered, 여자친구 만나러. Which means I'm going to meet my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the two were literally like speechless. Like,
What?
친구 만나러.
halted for about like 2 seconds and were clearly thrown off. And then they quickly said, 친구 만나러. Like, oh, you mean a friend,
Yeah.
not a girlfriend, you dumbass.
Yeah.
친구 만나러. 리스트 황민현 선배님.
Oh, you're talking about 뉴이스트 황민현 선배님.
리스트 황민현 선배님.
Not a girlfriend, not a female at all. Though the members try to make a recovery, there was still some backlash from the fans, as CIX is only a 5-month-old group, and you know, many felt like you gotta focus on your promotions and your activities. Don't date right now. That's what a lot of people felt. You can have your own take on that, but Jinyoung also apologized through the label later. So C9 Entertainment, the CIX's label, also put out a statement saying that they will be taking firm legal action against any malicious comments regarding the V-Live and the comments said in the V-Live. Also, in the statement, Jinyoung apologized for saying that he was going to meet a Hyung in an inappropriate, unprofessional way. I mean, since they're gonna sue people, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But let me just say, like,
I just saw a lot of comments in the comment section saying like, oh, how are you gonna sue people if they're making assumptions based on what he said, which was, I'm gonna go meet my girlfriend, which indicates that he has a girlfriend.
Right.
And people are saying, oh, he's going to meet his girlfriend. So how is that?
I mean,
like, you know,
yeah,
legally
how do you sue
wrong.
That? It's not a malicious comment.
Yeah,
You said it yourself.
Yeah,
You're meeting
exactly.
a girlfriend. Like,
Exactly.
how how do you see that? I don't understand. And then I saw some like Delulu fans saying like, oh, how do you hear this as 여자친구? It says, they're like, 그 친구.
This reminds me of the 101 incident.
Oh, 배탈이가 아니라.
Yeah.
The way fans try to like Delulu these like things that you can clearly hear him saying 여자친구. And honestly, like you would never call a 선배 친구. Like I don't know like what their relationship is like, but I don't think, at least in a 5-month-old rookie group, you wouldn't call somebody like New East. New East is a very senior group compared to CIX.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't call them a 친구 ever in that situation, I think. I just found it funny how the two were like, what?
Yeah.
What? That's really funny. And then they're like, oh, you mean New East
That's cute.
선배님.
That's cute. And he could have actually meant him too. Like, I'm going to meet my hoe, you know? Like,
you don't call your girlfriend a hoe.
No.
You don't call your 선배 a hoe.
I would call Danny.
I'm not
like,
your hoe.
No. If someone was doing a live and I was like going to meet you, and they say like, "Oh, where are you going, David?" I'm going to meet my hoe.
Oh, so I was hanging out with my female friend, and we're just friends. Like we're totally like just friends.
Yeah.
She got a call from her boyfriend who was in the military.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to with her, like in terms of like play around.
Oh, yeah.
Not like physically
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Her. No. She's married now. She got a call from her boyfriend, and the boyfriend's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, 땡땡아, 나 다 씻었는데 수건 좀 갖다 줄래?" And she got so pissed. Do you think that's okay? Is that funny?
No. Depends on how friendly you are with.
I'm a close friend.
Okay,
I got invited to a wedding.
Whatever. Yeah,
And
they
then
got
she never
married, so result-wise, it was okay.
I don't think it's the same boyfriend, but
Okay. Edward, I met him. I filmed with him a lot.
Edward Abilo?
Yeah. And he calls me girl all the time.
But the way he said 여자친구, it wasn't like 여자친구 만나러. It wasn't like I'm gonna meet my girl. It wasn't like that. It was more like I'm gonna meet my girlfriend.
I guess he has a girlfriend. Like, hope you're dating well.
No. Nothing. It's actually a hyung. It's totally a hyung.
It was a joke, I guess.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Next news. Another joke.
G-Dragon and Taeyang might actually lose their names to YG.
Oh, what a
This
joke.
is not a joke. According to Yuanta Jinkwon, if Big Bang is to re-sign with YG, business profit is estimated to be 30 billion won.
Wow.
And if not, 10 billion won.
Wow.
So, thus, whether Big Bang re-signs or not makes a 20 billion won difference.
Wow.
Analysts are saying that the re-signing of Big Bang is a very important variable because YG had such a rough year. Everyone knows, right? And there's not much positive news out there. So, they're really desperate to actually recover their stock market price and their company value. So, according to the Korean Intellectual Property Office, YG has already registered the name G-Dragon in 2003, even before Big Bang's debut in 2006.
They knew he was gonna be big.
Yeah, they had vision. And for Taeyang, the English name was registered alongside with GDX Taeyang as well in 2015. In 2015, YG registered the name in America as well. An official from the Korean Intellectual Property Office stated that if a name is registered in the form of A plus B, such as G-Dragon or Big Bang, it might be illegal to use the word GD, even the word GD, without the permission of the trademark holder. So a lot of fans were saying like, oh, it's not a big deal. He can just use GD. But according to that official, according to the law or stuff like that, YG has the right to GD as well because they have the original G-Dragon.
So like abbreviations are still part of
Yeah. For example, HOT is still having problems using their own name for their recent activities because SM still holds the right. And plus, Beast had to change their group name into Highlight, you remember?
So this is an actual real issue.
Yeah. Money is on the line, and G-Dragon and Taeyang might not be able to use their name if YG claims it, if they don't re-sign. Thus, many people are predicting that if the two do not re-sign with YG, they will probably use their real names, Kwon-ji-young and Dong-young-bae. And industry experts are saying that even if YG re-signs just only GD and Taeyang, YG will still gain momentum because the ticket sales of their solo concerts are equivalent of those of Big Bang's ticket sales as a whole. So it's going to be a big plus if YG re-signs with the two of them. The question is, will GD and Taeyang re-sign with YG? And if not, what will they do with their names?
I know what their names will be. Kwon Ji-young.
GD has no problem. Taeyang has no problem too.
I think he's a little less recognizable as
Youngbae
than GD is with Kwon Ji-young.
And I think it's even like more classy than G.
Right. And it'll be like, I've graduated from Big Bang.
Yeah.
Now I've become Kwon Ji-young.
Yeah,
I'm gonna express my true self.
Honestly, it's like Rap Monster being RM and G-Dragon being GD. And now like when RM graduates BTS, he'll be like Namjoon, Kim Namjoon, and then G-Dragon's not gonna be GD and be like Kwon Ji-young. And then Kwon Ji-young's like a good name. I think it's very like 멋있어.
It's very cool. Will they re-sign with YG? Yeah. Last time I said no, right? I think I said no, but I think now it's a yes.
Why?
A, it's like a matter of, I guess, friendship and loyalty. And B, I think it's also a matter of, if Big Bang re-signs with YG, they'll be the ones that are going to be running the company. So they'll be able to get everything they want.
Right.
And I know it's like very tempting for people to say, oh, they should make their own label. Oh, they should, go join Psy. I don't know why P Nation has become like the company, but they should go to P Nation or whatever. But the thing is, like YG, regardless of its poor reputation that it has now, it still has a lot of infrastructure that smaller companies cannot replicate. And G-Dragon could set up his own company, which I think is a very high possibility. If he's not going to sign with another company, I think. If he's going to go anywhere else, I think he's going to just make his own company. But even if he's G-Dragon, it's very tough to run a company and start like making this infrastructure that YG has, refined over 2 decades of, business knowledge and stuff like that. So it's not easy to replicate that, You gotta give YG some credit. And I think for Big Bang, with the current state that YG is in right now, they have a lot of leverage in terms of negotiating a very good contract for them because, that's all they got right now, YG. So they're desperate. And I think if I was G-Dragon, I would rather just stay with YG and, try to resurrect the company. And if not, if it all fails, then like he can always go out and set up his own company. I think that's not a problem.
I think YG's in a very disparate situation.
Right.
Because they only have Blackpink left. Like literally. Like there's Icon winner, but like honestly the impact is not living up to Big Bang's level.
Right.
And they have like all the other rookies too, but like Treasure never even like. The truth is in Korea YG is already tainted as hell. Like their name, it's like you can't get rid of that, that scarlet letter. You know what? Like I'm gonna make a lot of people pissed, but because YG, like Papa YG, Yang Hyun-suk and Seungri, they're like almost legally clear right now, right? They're almost.
Yeah.
But because of the fact that they got legally clear, infuriated the public even more. And that tainted YG's reputation even more. Because they're like, oh, YG, they have the strings, the connections, the power, the money, and
So people already made their decisions and they were not satisfied with the punishment.
If I were G-Dragon, I would be the leader of Big Bang too, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to like go into like a very tainted company and ruin my reputation as well when I just came out of the military and I'm free and I'm about to do like my second phase of life. I think
this was the reasoning why I said it before. Between that time, I met a few artists who went out of their original companies and created their own companies, and I realized like how tough it is.
It's tough. Zico's doing hard. Like Zico's not having a good time these days.
It's always tough for artists that go out and make their own company. I mean, it's G-Dragon, so if anyone's gonna have a better time, then it's G-Dragon, right? Like everybody would want to work for him. So I think he'll have a less of a rough time. But even then, just the fact that you're gonna have to set up all this infrastructure by yourself, it's much tougher than you realize and think.
I think the higher possibility is that he's going to remain in YG.
Okay, like, remain.
Yeah.
I hope he remains because my dad still has YG stocks.
Yeah, that's gonna boost YG stocks a lot. But YG should cut him a very good deal.
Yeah,
catch
please YG, save my family. And if you want to save my family too,
You're gonna be called a YG stan again.
Save my family on Patreon at
Oh
patreon.com/DKDKTV. You can support my family.
I think we should never talk about stocks or investing in K-pop companies.
I'm not investing. My dad is investing.
Well, that's like
it's not my money.
that affects the livelihood of your family.
Whenever I say I invest in JYP, people say I'm JYP biased, and that's why I'm
obviously
sucking
you'll
up
have
twice.
a bias.
That's why I invested, but I am objective, and I try to be objective when I'm doing content. You know,
You might be wondering why we're wearing this weird ass uniform. We have a new series called Going Down the Kimchi Hole, where we go down the kimchi hole to explore
What does that even
all the fun stuff that's down in the kimchi hole.
If you're curious about that, yeah.
Right. So our first episode is premiering this Wednesday. Go look forward to it. It's very exciting. I'm sure you're gonna have a good time. We had a good time. It was very tough.
Did we?
We spent so much money on it, making it. It
Really?
better get 1 million views or I'll just retire from YouTube. And until next time, bye-bye.